Greetings viewers, Sardonyx Halloween here, and today I have the second prop I've gotten for this season, first being Stitches, but the second being Montgomery Monty from Spirit Halloween. This is my first Spirit prop. Had to go through absolute hell to get him, because I was going to get him at the flagship, couldn't do that. Then I had to go to a store in my area, which wasn't open, wasn't even barely set up. Then we went to another store in my area, 30 minutes away from said store, and had to wait outside for an hour because they were having difficulties with the checkout computers. And then finally, we got inside and bought Monty. But I'm not really going to do an unboxing, just going to kind of show what's in the box, and then show him fully set up and kind of just do an overview. So yeah, let's get into that. Alright, I've already taken a look inside, but thought I'd just show it. Here is everything. His box is very, very, very jam-packed. He's very large. If you've never seen Monty in person, he's absolutely fucking massive. Think about the same proportions as the Home Depot Jack-in-the-Box, kind of. Not as big, I don't think, wideness-wise, but definitely big, like, proportions-wise. But there's his instructions. That's the only thing I'm really going to take out. But here's his clothes, shoulder frame. Here's an arm. You can kind of see his foot right here. Some poles. But yeah, I'm going to unbox everything, maybe show that, and then we'll get into the setup. Okay, everything is out of the box. We have probably my favorite piece of the whole thing, the head. His head's probably a bit smaller than I thought, but it's definitely still really huge. Don't get me wrong, just I thought it was maybe like 0.5% bigger. Here's the base, the cube, which is kind of like a smaller version of the Jack-in-the-Box's box, except all in one piece. My symbols on him aren't messed up, thankfully. This is the control box that I need to flip around, but yeah, so here's all the parts. Not going to name them off, they're pretty obvious which is which, but yeah, I'm going to get to setting him up, and I will be right back with him fully set up. Okay everyone, I'm back with Monty fully set up, as well as Wacky Mole, just for some size reference, since Wacky Mole's a pretty standardly sized SVI. So Monty is, as you can tell, not very tall. However, he is very big. The head proportions, I'd say, is like, his head's about the size of Stitches, more or less, than Jack-in-the-Box. From what I can tell, I brought Stitches' head in here to do a little comparison. I would say it's about the same size. His hands and feet are a lot bigger than you'd think for, you know, obviously him being a monkey. He's just really big. I'd say if he wasn't so short from his feet to his head, he'd probably seem a lot more huge, but I do really, really like that he is this big. The only issues I really had in setup were that this box is kind of wonky. It literally will not go down all the way. As you can see, I'm pulling it down, it just won't. So it's on there, but you can kind of see the frame, which is okay. It's not that noticeable. You know. Also, another thing that's kind of weird to me is that the shirt seems to not want to wrap around the back as it should. But all in all, he's fantastic quality. Like, just the materials, like this fur coat is really thick. The shirt is really good. The pants have a felt insert in them that makes them really filled out. And you can tell just by the pants, he's really, really filled out. And the only really, like, kind of bad thing about the quality is these symbols are very, very thin. You can kind of tell just from me touching them. They're very thin. They're kind of see-through, you can see, which is kind of weird, but I do like the look of the symbols, and I'm glad mine weren't thin. However, let's get into a demo for Monty. I might have to move him over to this corner, but yeah, I'll be right back with that. Okay, I have him plugged in. I'm going to walk around and activate him. He should activate pretty much as soon as I walk in front of him, since he's on sensor. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna do 2 runs of him. See if I can get the sensor. Let me unplug him and we'll talk about him a little bit. Overall, I am really happy with Monty as a prop. I think I am really satisfied. I was going to get Nozzles, but for one, they didn't have him, and also Nozzles is extremely expensive, so kind of just had to do some thinking. Monty was my favorite of the year, Nozzles was my second favorite, and really I just kind of wanted Nozzles more because he's a clown, and the phrases are something that I love on props, and Monty doesn't have phrases, but I would say he's a lot more impressive, I would say. I think Nozzles looks really cool and is much more colorful, but that's not the point of Monty. He's supposed to be really unsettling and just kind of big and intimidating, which he does extremely well, which is why he was my favorite. And him and Nozzles are pretty much tied, but of course I can only get one because both of them are pretty pricey. But overall, satisfied with Monty, and I should be doing an edited demo on him since it's pretty easy to do, since it's just the symbol crashing and the mouth movement. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Sardonyx signing out.